11 of the National Football League. We'll see the dynamic Justin Fields. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Full football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in with even just a 500 season, an impossibility, 0-9.
And disaster's been striking everywhere for them. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching. It's just been a really, really rough year.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On 2nd and 7, Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. They'll take this to the 46. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What you do need to know as a young quarterback, if you're going to spread the field, the ball's got to come out quick, and you have to know where to go with the football. Really in pre-snap, identify where you want to go and get rid of it.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start, dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Mariota on 1st down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on a Falcon 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mariota now. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Patterson. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a man who did his collegiate punting just a couple hours from here in Clemson in South Carolina, Bradley Pinion to kick. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Caught here by Griffin. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 55 yards. And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. 3rd and short yardage, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcons at 3-7 now in the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Mariota. And complete to Drake London. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mariota. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. He's got Patterson on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down.
And he's going to keep this again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mariota. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Algier diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Holding, receiving team.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he'll be out right at the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Again, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 15. First down, Bears.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Back to throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Throwing again is Fields. Montgomery, another target and catch.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
2nd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mariota to throw it. Flush to it, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Well, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing is Mariota.
Got a man, it's London.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Mariota on the move to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Mariota now.
Got his man. It's London.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 17-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Patterson running between the tackles. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Marcus Mariota taking it in from 4 yards out. And the
Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Youngway Koo for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back.
He's got a man, complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put.
Montgomery hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get back here to the 43-yard line.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want him to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fields on first down. This is caught. Touchdown. David Montgomery, 30 yards. And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back on the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On second down and 4, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To throw Mariota. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rolling to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. A good action at this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On second, here's Algier.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and
On 3rd down, Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Patterson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
For the Falcons field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will tie things at 17 all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And this will be a Bears 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line.
Here comes Pettis on the return.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Gets through and now an opening. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Fields.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Fields throwing again.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion.
Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
This one caught by Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Mariota.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Mariota now from the 50. And he gets this one to Ridley complete.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Mariota now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
After the sack on first down, Mariota got a man. It's Patterson complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes out.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet. eyes on Fields. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with minute 6 left to go in the game. If they get nothing else here on third down, it'll be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Santos' kick is up and through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here is Mariota and the Falcons. Down 23-20, 55 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Here's Mariota. London hauls this one in, and he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw, Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. And he will slide down with a good gain. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
That's caught by Pitts. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Chicago, they've had a rough go of it, but they finally pick up their first win of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8.